Happy New Year. Today's practice, I really sat in contemplation of how to create more capacity for what is going on in the world. And not only going on out in the world, it really tapping into how that inner resource can support me on a day-to-day basis. And just a little disclaimer, I think last time my dogs barked at the mailman, and today we are in the midst of our female dog being in heat. So you might hear some craziness going on. I apologize for that in advance, but it's a great lesson for me of how do I remain calm, centered, present, grounded in the midst of fluctuating high intensity energy around me. And today's practice is going to support you, me, all of us in a way to ground, to balance and tap into that inner resource that never leaves us. It's always there for us to return to. So to begin, just take a moment. You can do this seated if you have challenges standing for 30 minutes. But I do invite you to maybe try something different and stand if you normally sit, and just see what happens in the mind, in the body, in the heart. And take a moment to feel your feet. So let your feet rest right underneath the hips, about hip width apart, noticing the fullness of your feet. And then draw your attention up the body, up the spine to the crown of the head. And imagine that the crown of the head is lifting up to the heavens. Notice the breath. And invite the breath to be as deep and natural as it can be. And then take a moment to visualize yourself as a sapling in a grove of trees. And the grove of trees really allows space for seedlings, saplings, mature, solid trees, trees of all kinds. And their root system goes deep beneath the earth. Visualize the intertwining of all of the trees. Creating this vast web of support for strength and stability. Imagine the breath is going just as deep as those roots, filling each and every one of your cells with life. That inner resource. And as you're soaking in to Mother Earth, visualize the sun or the heat from above, from the heavens, and feel it basking all of your leaves, your branches, filling you with energy, more life. Notice if the breath has slightly deepened. If your stance becomes more solidified and easy. And then slowly, on the inhalation, let the arms float up. Exhaling, sinking down. Flowing motion. Envision that that breath is deep within the earth, lifting and filling your entire being. And then slowly begin to invite the heels come off the earth, finding your expression of your balance at this moment. As the breath gets fuller, maybe the height of the heels moving away from the earth is higher. And maybe not, that's okay. Notice, where do you find your stability, your balance? One more. Pausing for a moment, rooting into the earth. Allow the arms to float out, almost like your branches are blowing in the wind. Cross the arms. Big breath. Cross the arms the other way. You can think of yourself as a bird within the tree. Feeling yourself expand just as deep as you ground down into the earth. One more. Let's shift into some balance. So keeping the arms doing the same motion, shift to one side and let all of your weight be on one foot. Maybe the toes kiss the earth at the beginning, just so you have that reference point to find where your balance is. And with each movement, maybe you invite curiosity to see if the foot can come off the floor. When we're rooted, we're able to expand, invite more in. One more. Now from this grounded, rooted place, we're going to step into more. So I call this swimming. So stepping, draw life from your heart out into the world. Flip the palms, coming back. Switching sides. You can allow the movements to be as big or as small as you need them to be. So you can connect with your own expression of balance for you. You can imagine as you step forward that you're creating space or a direct line of action upon which you can take a choice of how you choose to move through this world. And as you float back, imagine your space, the possibility for potential to expand. Clearing out all those obstacles in your path that create that centered, grounded, balanced sense of being. One more. Breathe. Coming back for a moment, pause. Let one hand rest at your heart, the other rest at your lower dantian. Taking a moment to connect with your own internal intelligence. Imagine the heart is beating in unison with life, with the fortitude and strength of nature, the trees. Rest. Then slowly release that, warming up joints, fingers, shoulders, neck, hips, feet, ankles. Just warm it all up. Move however you want to move. While at the same time, you're still rooted down into the earth. Maybe a little bit of twisting or ringing the temple gong. Massaging the organs on the front and the back of the body. Tapping into the immune system. Notice where you're holding. Notice where you can let go. And slowly let that come to stillness. I'm going to take a moment to Just warm up the spine a little bit more before we do the integral Qigong. So take a moment to breathe, notice. As you inhale, lift up and back. Exhale, hunching. Follow your breath. Two more. Last one. As you come back to center, bringing your feet underneath you if they're not already. Let the spine move side to side. Keeping your base rooted and grounded into the earth. Creating the support for the spine to be as flexible as it is able to be at this moment. If you choose, add an arm to stretch even deeper. One more each side. Coming back to center. Widen your stance just a tad. We're going to create that space in the spine. So reaching up and out, big breath in. Press up to the heavens, stretch, stretch, stretch. And sink down. Let the head and neck be a part of the lengthening of the entire spine. And one more. Coming back to center, taking a moment to notice. Tap in to those inner signals. Notice the breath at this moment. Is there a shift in how you have been feeling? Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, energetically? Notice. And let's move into the integral Qigong. So finding your 3 intentful corrections. Allowing yourself to sink into the earth, connect upwards to the heavens. Space in the body, in the joints, space between the thoughts. And then open up your practice, discovering Qi. And let your discovery be a felt or a sense oriented noticing rather than a thought. Some of us feel energy, some of us don't, some of us see colors, we hear things. There's no right or wrong, it's there. How do you notice it for yourself? And let's gather. Only take that which we need from the earth, drawing it into our heart, taking that which we need from the heavens, bringing it down. Imagine yourself being fed, fortified with more life. Circulating chi. Press out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Only going as far as it's comfortable for you. One more on this side. Coming back to center. Once again, hands at your heart. Shifting to the other side. Releasing that which no longer serves your balance. Breathing in that which aids your discernment. One more, pressing out. Coming back to center. Purifying chi. Press out. What are your non-negotiables, your boundaries? Pressing up. Pressing out from the heart. And giving back to the earth. So take a moment to really choose for yourself what purifying chi means for you. Could be a way of just expanding your container, your capacity for more. Getting rid of that which no longer serves you, filling it with more life, more balance. We're going to do that one more time. Purifying chi. What kind of tree are you? That sapling has grown into a mighty oak that's strong. Now directing the chi or tracing the meridians. Nice big breath. Let all of that life that's been accumulating be directed throughout all of the nuances of your being. Think of this also as a little bit of self-reverence, self-love, self-care. Especially in the world now with COVID, that human natural way of craving for touch, it might not be there like it used to be. So how can we create that for ourselves? One more. And then gently and gradually move into conserving chi. Taking that moment to, again, develop and deepen your discernment for how you choose to move in the world. More balance, more ease of being. Directed by life. And then coming back to the center. Take a moment to pause once again, noticing. And then store chi. So tapping into what else you may need for yourself. Sorry about that. Tap in. Forming the ball of chi and transforming chi. One big circle joining earth and heavens, resting in your potentialities, and the possibility of joy, balance, flows in your practice. Knowing that at any moment you can tap into your inner resource, finding ease of being as you walk upon the earth. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Lori. That was awesome. And just I want to say again how much we appreciate you leading and volunteering your time. It's really, really always great to practice with you. So thanks so much. I want to remind everyone that they can find other online practice opportunities through our website, which is healerwithinfoundation.org. You'll find our list of virtual practice groups under the practice group tab at the top of our homepage. If you've missed any of these live practice sessions, you may now find them also on our YouTube channel. If you'll go to YouTube, search on Healer Within Foundation, you'll find our channel. We do ask that you take a moment and subscribe. That helps us to grow our reach there, and it's very important. So if you'd consider doing that, we'd appreciate it. If you're leading an online practice group and you'd like to be added to that VPG list, or if you'd like to volunteer to lead one of these online practice sessions, we'd love to hear from you. Just send us an email to admin@healerwithinfoundation.org or send us a message here through Facebook, and we'd love to speak with you about the opportunity. I want to thank you all again for joining us today. Again, a special thanks to Lori and all of our volunteer practice leaders here on these lives who have kept it going and kept us all practicing together during this time. We so appreciate you. We hope to see you again here soon, and until we do, may all be well. Thank you.